morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with us on this beautiful Monday morning, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us in the Discord, Kick, YouTube, or X chat. Who's all here? We have Mass Rick, Jay Prowse, Yaz Hockey, Shane, Julius, Bob, Jay Lush, Savage, Bob, Stan, good morning. Good morning to you, Ripsmod, Crypto Trades, Paolo Santos, Billy Joe, Scott H, Denver Cups, John Picciania. Good morning to you, Steve B, Paul Yoon, Nico, Justin, Jeeb, Enrique, Brian, Chauncey. Good morning to you. What's up, Cal? Wow, good morning to all you Kicksters out there. Holy smokes, there's a lot of people on Kick this morning. St. Georgio's, War, MV1, Bonafides, Coach Steve, Halliok, Rhino Trader, Chubu. Good morning, Airmark, Sander, DVE, Bear Goes Long, Yama, Roxrod, ML, Stoli, Robino, David, 3Z Man, Atan, Medan, Cube Q, Chad. Good morning, Mailman, Fat Guy, Double G, Dexter, Navy Guy, good morning. More MV1, good morning. Fenster, Mark, Macmo, good morning to you. Day Trader Rick, Allergic Rabbit, good morning. Got a lot of folks in here this morning. What's up, Camille? What's up, KCH, Woots, Cat, Nads, Musped, Picky, Anya, ML, Elite Trader, Nolerman. Good morning to you. A lot of people on Kick this morning. What's happening? You guys ready for this week? It'll be very, very interesting this week. What's up, Ferrari Phil? How we doing this morning? Good morning, Julius. There's a chance we don't see. Are we back? Okay. Sorry about that. Whew, saved. Okay, so why do we think that we might not see NFP this week? What's everybody all worried about? Somebody's got to tell me. Somebody's got to tell me what's going on here. Government shutdown. Okay. I feel like it's going to sort itself out. Somehow, some way. It's just going to find a way to sort itself out like it always does. Because it feels like every single time that comes around, the rapture. I mean, so let's just kind of follow along right now. Let's see if we can all follow the flow here. What exactly is the Fed looking for right now? Let's start there. What has the Fed been looking for right now? What has the Fed been wanting to see? What is their most important indication right now? The jobs market, right? Everyone to be poor. Folks are lively this morning. Potential World War III. So the Fed wants to see the jobs market, right? That's what they want to see. They want to see a clean labor market. Luckily this week, that is all we're going to see is jobs data. So tomorrow is the final trading day of Q3, which, by the way, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like 2025 is just kind of zoomed on by. Like, it's kind of weird feeling like we're in Q4 of 2025 already, isn't it? A little bit. Is it just me, or am I the only one? Because I feel like time just flew by this year specifically. Like 2025, we're finishing Q3 tomorrow. My mind is still in like Q2 of 2025. I talked to my wife about this. She said it was been a little bit dragging for her. Like 2025 has been there for a while for her. For me, though, I feel like 2025 is just like, okay, we're here. And now we're already into the holidays. So it's kind of weird. Today, we are going to have very little data that's important for the market, but we do have a couple different things that we want to be watching. Right now, we have Beth Hammock who's speaking. So I'm listening for headlines on that to deliver to you folks. Outside of that, we do have John Williams and Alberto Muslim, the two FOMC voters who are speaking today, but they're not until 1:30, right? The only piece of news that we have coming out that's notable today, I mean, it's not really notable even. It's the pending home sales. That's out at 10. We get the Dallas Fed manufacturing activity, but again, that's not some market moving activity. That's not going to do anything. So as traders, what do we look for on a day like today? We look for positioning leading into tomorrow, which is going to be end of quarter flows potentially. We saw some of those on Friday. But we have JOLTS job openings because it's the last day of the month tomorrow. Falls on a weird day. We also get a 52-week bill auction out of the Treasury tomorrow. But then we're going to get some more Fed speakers, right? Fed Vice Chair Jefferson is speaking tomorrow. Goolsbee is speaking tomorrow in the afternoon. So those are the events that can make something happen tomorrow. But the party bus really rolls into the tail end of the week with October 1st kicking off with ISM. October 2nd, we get jobless claims. And then on Friday, October 3rd, we're going to get the non-farm payrolls. First Friday of the month. So all of that data coming out this week is really going to shape the tone for where Q4 is going from here. Because right now, as it stands, when we're looking at the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee, what we're looking at is potentially a 91% chance of a single cut by December, right? A 91% chance. I'm sorry, in October, sorry, not December. In December, we're looking at a 68% chance of two cuts by then. So almost certain that we get a cut in October. And by the way, October's meeting is coming in just like a month from today. So it's a month from tomorrow. When is it October? Yeah, it's at the end of October, October 29th. And then we get the December one on December 10th. So both of those are Wednesdays. For some reason, I thought one was like on a Tuesday or something. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens betwixt now and then. That's where a lot of juice is going to be, right? How likely is it we get a huge bull trend continuation during New York? You're talking about today? I mean, there's a couple different areas that I'm interested in watching. Obviously, here and here. Like if we start coming up and testing this area and we kind of blow through that resistance and we see equities trending higher, then great. There's a lot of different scenarios on the table for today's trade. I mean, if we're just looking at the profile, we have a lot of unfinished business up here still, right? We didn't have a lot of liquidity contracted up in this area. So if we're breaking out upon this level here, which is kind of where we're testing around, this Monday high, if we start doing that, then things can get interesting to the top side and potentially finish up some business up here. If we start rejecting up here, it's going to be interesting to see, this prior trend that we easily broke in this huge candle down, retested that pop and then continued lower. We're back kind of testing that. But if we come back down to this area here, somewhere in this mess of liquidity, and we start to find sellers in this area, which could be pressured by the midpoint of that range, then potentially we're going to start visiting down in this area here. So, I mean, and that's not going to happen on just today's session. That's a huge range that we're talking about. I mean, it could, but, pulling back out 15 minutes here, we're very extended, right? If you're looking at the broader trend, breaking this huge broad trend here. We're kind of just skirting along it. If we broke that broader trend and we have really negative data, maybe the Fed starts to change their tone on things, then maybe we're going to see a change of that trajectory. The thing is that, you know, as day traders, we don't have to look. This is a massive amount of points here. We're talking about 2,000 points. We don't have to look for 2,000 points. We're looking for 10 points, 5 points, 20 points. So really just look at the day as pacing yourself, maybe playing around range. Where's your 3-inch putt going to be? Where's your focus going to be placed today? Is it going to be placed on trying to capture a bigger part of the move? Like, are you going to look for heavy rejection above this level and maybe look for sells? Or are you going to look for some type of agreement on price and then coming out of that valley or gully of despair once we agree on price? Got to get an x-ray on my hip at 9, but we'll be back after that. Good luck on your x-ray there, buddy. Hopefully that hip was thrown out. Well, good luck to you. I hope that it's all good. What's up, Riley? Weekend was good. Figured out that I have probably have bronchitis. That's why I've been like halfway in the door of being sick and not sick, you know? Hey, Ribs, quick question. Deciding between going all in on straight to funded Tradeify or straight to funded top one, what would be your pick? Tradeify, did you have any problems with Tradeify? Thanks a lot. I've never traded on top one before, but I have traded on Tradeify. The payout that we took on Tradeify, we did here live on stream, is like our second payout that we took, and it was paid out in 2 minutes. We timed it live on air, so it was paid out in 2 minutes, which was amazing. It was very, very fast, and there's been very few experiences that I can match with that. I think it's very, very quick. And I think that I have never heard anybody complaining about payouts with Tradeify, ever. Personally. That's just me anecdotally. I have not seen anybody being like, oh man, Tradeify, they're so slow on paying me out or anything like that. I've never heard that at all. So I personally, if it was up to me, Tradeify, because of how fast they paid me. I have zero experience to report back on top one, so can't really speak on it. Riley says, my current fleet is 5 Apex accounts, 2 Tradeify, and 5 TPT. Right now, by the way, Apex is 80% off, and they do have, I think it's, 80% off, and they do have $85 lifetime PA fees. I'm almost positive. Yeah, that is correct. So that is something that's going to be worth your time if you're looking to trade on Apex. If you didn't remember, we had somebody that we interviewed. Their name was Justin. They just took their 11th payout from Apex and ended up getting $460 some odd $1,000 from Apex. Their 11th payout, they're trading those 450K accounts for 8 months. So, yeah, Tradeify is also 40% off for 2 uses right now. They're doing a flash sale till the end of September. Tradeify is offering Project X now too. That's how I'm trading on them. So if you want to trade on Tradeify, you can trade with Project X, which allows you to set profit targets and profit goals, which is beneficial for a lot of you folks out there. Project X is cool. I know it's run through TradingView, but I haven't had it with Trade-O-Vate. Tea tree on all bottom of your feet. Socks will fix infection without antibiotics. You know, I think bronchitis can't even be treated with antibiotics. I don't know. Not really sure. Trump speaking of 5 hours. I didn't have that on my schedule. Let me just double check. Yeah, for some reason I don't have that on my schedule. Maybe it'll pop up later. But yeah, I don't expect a lot of action. I want to see what happens here at the bottom of the hour. We'll see how it goes. First, what is Justin's strategy? Is he scalping, momentum trading, or trading smart money setups? If you know, if he comes up in chat, we'll try to ask him. I'm not really sure what his setup is. Not exactly sure. What's up, Pocket Aces? Yeah, it's weird. Like, I feel sick. I at some portions of the day and then like fine at other portions of the day. It's really strange. Very weird to have to like feel sick and then not sick and then sick and then not sick. It's very strange. Thank you, Rips, for replying to me on X. I was asked about Apex and rules and didn't know that you could let the account run up so high before the payout. So it's 6 payouts. Your 6th payout is uncapped. Your first 5 payouts are capped. So steroids is what they gave me for my bronchitis. Yeah, I'm not at that point yet, but it's like I woke up feeling actually okay. As my sleep score was on a 100 for the first time ever. Never had a sleep score of 100, and I credit that all to that new bed that we got. But I woke up feeling okay. It just comes in waves. I looked it up. Bronchitis, you just kind of like just let it settle and it does its thing. Jam says, yo, Rips, thanks for the heads up analysis earlier. Bronchitis, get some anti-inflammatory foods in your diet to keep you running. Try to lower your stress levels. Yeah, I mean, stress levels are always going to be high, especially as traders. We're always going to have high stress levels. Yeah, gold was the one that kind of exploded overnight. It's like up $85 or something. If you folks saw gold, like kind of insane. Any gold traders out there that got this? Can you have a sleep score of 100 sleeping with someone? Well, the thing about my sleep system, the bed that I got, the Tempur-Pedic thing, is that it's 2 separate mattresses. So I can't really feel what my wife is doing on her mattress. They're joined together, but it's Tempur-Pedic, so you can't really feel what the other person is doing. I got a little bit of gold overnight. Yeah, gold seemed to be like the real juice here. It was insane, to be honest. Yeah, that makes me wish I was a gold trader because it literally hit highs and just went crazy. $85, dude. It's like freaking nuts. I'm not really a gold trader. I mean, I know it was on my Series 3 test and I aced the good part of the test where I knew all this stuff, but I don't even know what gold is a tick. I don't know what MGC pays. I don't know what GC pays. That's how little I trade gold. That's how little it has any effect for me. What's up, Mahi? How are you? July Peppers, Silent NW. Good morning. Nick for tick. $10 a tick. So if you put what is a tick? Is it 10 cents a tick? What is this? Gotta be like 10 cents, right? Is it 10 cents a tick? So 850 ticks is $85. So if you put on 100 contracts, you make $850,000. Is that right? Or am I high on drugs? Could you actually make 850 G's on that move? If you put on 100? Is that for real? And is it 85,000 or 850,000 on 100 contracts? All right, too early for math. $25 a tick, $100 a point. So it's 850,000. Oh my God. 8,500. Yeah, so 8,500 times 100. So it's 85,000. Hold on. 8,500 times 100 contracts. No, 850 G's. Wow. Good Lord. Why are we not trading gold? I wish I would have just fat fingered that in my dream somehow. That'd have been sick. That'd be a nice buffer on the rest of the year, going to Q4 feeling invincible. Oh yeah, not that many contracts. Yeah, good point. Gotta have volume to close. Let's just say, what was the volume trade in that? No, dude, there's 2,000 contracts traded. What is it, 5 minutes? 2,000 contracts. I could get out of there. Minimal slippage. Even if I made 750 grand on that trade, that'd be lovely. I wouldn't mind that at all. That's insane. What's the indicator name? This one? Talking about that? Spaceman BTC? Hopefully that's the indicator you're asking about. Been saying that to you here at Pace. I just don't trade gold. That's the problem. Like I know the instruments that I can trade well, and I just don't think I want to disrupt that. You can pull an ITC and trade it now and show the results on it. That's true. Yeah, hold on. Actually, long position. And then we got out right there, obviously. There we go. Our stop, of course, was, oops. Stop was right there. What do those ICT people like write on their charts? Okay. Should we post that on X? Does that work? Is that, can we like, isn't that, dude, for some reason I was seeing that all over my timeline on the weekend. Damn, I can't believe we caught that. So easy, dude. Unbelievable. Richard Harris thanking himself. He says, Richard, thanks for being the only trader in Market Clubhouse who provides a live entry. Give it up for Richard Harris, by the way. Nice work there, Richard. All right, let's see. Back to NQ here. Just kind of bouncing around. Not really giving me anything I like. This ICT student is now selling courses claiming the market is ran by 369. Damn, she fine. Let me rock it socket to you one more time. 5 + 1 equals. I mean, there can't be a single person on planet Earth that is going to spend money doing that, right? J-Pro. There can't be a single person doing that, right? Equities, by the way, are doing nothing fast. They're just going sideways here, which means that we're probably going to chop around. See what happens at the bottom of the hour. What is your trade, Richard? What are you in right now? I missed your entry. Called it live, 878. Oh, longs at 878? I see that little prior breakout. Where'd you cover? 890, top tick. Bing bong. Trade the 357 better than the 246. What about the 357 and the 227? What about that one? What did I miss? Nothing, dude. Literally nothing. We're waiting for the market to set up and give us anything. Are you still long, Richard, or did you call? Or did you cover? Everyone's been giving Spot Gamma a run, and I really like it for 0DT influence on markets and identifying buy-sell areas in Gamma and Charm. That's great. Yeah, I know a lot of people that use Spot Gamma. Spot Gamma, I think, is good. It's a little bit too high level for some people. They're not going to utilize what it's for, but, you know, it's a good part of your strategy. It's a good if you could fit it into part of your strategy, I should say. You got a house next to your name now. Nice. Is that an upgrade? Yeah, you have the swear filter off. You get paid $60 a stream for watching. It's amazing. JC trades. Oh wait, JC. This is the guy who just pulled. What's it like, JC, getting hit in the face with a $460,000 wire? Is that like a normal day for you, or was that something significant? I don't know your financial situation at all, so I don't want to be like disrespectful. But was that like, how did that feel when you like log in? I think you have Chase because the screenshot you sent, but. Log into that Chase and you see that big old lump of cash just sitting there. You're like, yeah. What's that like? Mainly scalp. I use the 9 and 21 EMA on the 2-minute chart, looking for bounce off EMA and VWAP. Staying with trend, looking for 15 plus points on NQ. Start with 3 MNQ on a 50K account. Work my way up to 1 to 2 minis as my account grows. There you go. That's from Justin himself. He goes, it was crazy. I'm an engineer. My salary is 150K a year, so I'm not rich. Gotcha. First thing you want to do, and I'm not trolling whatsoever, Justin. Literally, prepay your taxes. Prepay them right now. Take that money out of your account, prepay your taxes. You don't even have to think about it. Literally prepay them, get that money the heck out of your account. Please, do that very first thing. You don't even have to think about it. Just give it to the government. Because the taxes on that are more than what we pay for the 60-40 rule. My taxes when I trade my real brokerage account are right around, they could be around like 29%, depending on, you know, But when you're trading on Apex, those taxes are a little bit different. I'm looking up a CPA, put all the money in savings account. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, there's a portion of that money that is not yours. There's a portion of that. And that's what really can screw a lot of people up. And that can put them down for the next 3 to 5 years where they're chasing a tax payment where they could have just got it right out of their account, right? Right out of that account and just right to the government. And I'm assuming you live in the US. So again, this is, I'm an idiot, right? I'm not a professional financial advisor, but I will say, get that money the heck out of your account as fast as possible. Do not spend it. Do not look at it like it's your money. It's the government's money. And I know it sucks. That's just part of life. But a lot of people make that mistake where they get a big lump sum of money and they're like, wow, this is all mine. No, it's not. It is not. Can I know what the difference is between the live trading here and the live in your Discord? There's a little bit less lag in Discord, but I mean, if I were you, HVZ nerf, or HVZ nerf, I would go into Kick, which is kick.com/selling rips. I would just go right into Kick and I would just go right in there and just watch the stream on Kick. What percentage should we put aside for tax? I mean, if you want to be like super crazy about it, right, I live in the great state of Nevada where we don't have state tax. We just pay federal tax here. If you want to be like uber careful, just take half of whatever you make. If you live in California, take 90% of what you make. Call up Gavin Newsom, get a jar of Vaseline. We'll tell that story another time. General rule of thumb though, just take 50%. 50% of whatever you make, put it in a savings account that will literally make you pennies. And then, or you can pay your taxes quarterly, out of sight, out of mind. You can pay your taxes monthly if you really want to be that crazy about it. But yeah, your best move is to hit up a local CPA. That's the easiest thing to do. But pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Blameless says, I like following Rips. I find his energy helps my trades, but not copying him. We trade completely different. That's okay. I like that approach. Not copying, but looking for confluence. If I get that payout, I would be using the Act 60 Puerto Rico evasion strategy. The thing is that you can't, like if you get that and you're not in Puerto Rico and already registered, like you can't, can't rewind time. That's not how that works. So yeah, prepaying your taxes is goated. The less you have to worry about that. It's the same reason I wake up every single morning and I just pay down my credit cards. Very first thing I do, pay down my credit cards. Very first thing. My credit card balance is always extremely low because I pay it down routinely every single day. So I highly recommend doing that. Keep yourself out of debt. Never owe anybody any kind of money. That's the way to live, baby. That gets you 100 sleep score. Always pay my full balance when due. That's a good one too. You can do that. Everybody's different. I just like the wake up pay method. Then I never think about it. What are your trading hours? Well, we go live at 8 a.m. Some days I don't trade at all. Some days I just stare at the market and talk about it. Some days we just hang out as internet friends and hold hands. There's some days where I don't trade. Some days 8:30 is a huge news print. We're really looking for reaction on 8:30. We'll trade that. Sometimes we trade 9 a.m. Sometimes we trade 9:30. Sometimes we wait until 10. Sometimes we don't trade at all. It's dynamic. It's the market. I don't force trades. I let trades happen. And I'm one of the few traders that you're going to find on here who actually trades a real account. I trade an AMP account as well as props, but my main focus for most of my trades. Like this is my AMP account. We have currently $548,000 in our AMP brokerage account right now. If you're playing the home game, as you know, we have taken out $710,000 and an additional $100,000 if you want to be technical, the initial starting balance of the account. So we're closing in on 1.3 million in profits on the year on our streaming account that we've been trading this year exclusively. It doesn't seem like we have gone a few days now since being visited by a retard. Do we track the number of days since the last retard? That might be a good thing to streaming. Yeah. Yes, I tried copying you the first year of following you. Then I realized the 6-second lag is enough to blow my account, even though he was right 6 seconds is long enough to make you wrong. It's 100%. Very true. 100%. Do you think the price will move towards POC today before moving up again? I mean, it really honestly depends on so many different factors. We don't have a lot of news coming out. So the market open may have end of quarter flows in it. They may have done all of that business on Friday. Friday's trade was like very just in line with Thursday's trade. So I'm assuming that they have some business to get rid of. It looks like we are continuing this trend upwards. So maybe a sell-off to repair that structure could be interesting. Again, I'm waiting for MGI. I'm not getting any MGI right now when equities are stagnant and price is just kind of oscillating here. There's really no MGI to get. Rip's first time watching your stream, but been following me for a while. Can I ask, what is your favorite setup, and do you follow any strategy, or do you only have a few depending on market conditions? The easiest setup that you can put into your repertoire right now is a break and retest. So for instance, this is a big level of contention, right? We rejected on this back on Wednesday last week. So if we're looking up here, an interesting move would be something like this: a break here, a retest, finding a ton of bidders here, and then following that price action likely to the highest area that we've had volatility, or volume rather, which would be here and here. So those two sections, I mean, that can garner you 900 up to 950. That's a 50-point launch, potentially 100 points if we go all the way. The other move would be a break of liquidity, break lower, test higher, and then we go lower. So something to that effect. And that again is looking from 900 down to 820. There's 80 handles potentially there. So if you're looking for, sort of the easiest setup with the current area of liquidity that we have here, make sure that's all on screen. That's what you'd be looking for. Something to that effect, right? Something to that effect. Rip, she always in out with market or rarely limit. Sometimes I do use limit orders. It depends on what my position size is, how the market's moving, how much time I have. If we're moving into a sharp area, like if for instance, let's say that I'm long, right? Let's say that I'm long from, I'm trying to figure out an area of the market. Let's just say we're trading up here and we're coasting up. I'm expecting there to be some type of blow off top here. And I'm just balls deep long in this market. All right, we're expecting a blow off of the all-time highs. On this pop right here, I can get away with market orders very easily and still get pretty good fills because the exchanges that are happening on a blow off top of this area are going to be so violent that I'm not going to get much slippage. I could probably, let's just say I'm holding 100 contracts. I can market 25, 25, 25, 25 and be out of the position with 4 clicks without getting that much slippage versus like on the move up, if we're grinding slowly towards that break of highs and I'm marketing in 25, I'm probably going to slip 3 to 5 handles, I would assume, depending, especially now if the market's not open, but if we're trading during New York, there's still going to be a level of slippage in that. So, it's depending on what the situation is. If I want to get out of 25 contracts, I'm probably going to limit stack maybe 5 contracts at a time on the way up, looking for key areas that I want to get out at that make sense. But if we're blasting hard into liquidity and there's a lack of overhead supply, I can get out of that pretty quickly. Depending on, if I'm looking at them skipping up the order book and the bids are very soft, there might be some trouble getting that filled. But there's also going to be algorithms that are getting squozen that are going to have liquidity to the downside if I'm marketing in the form of icebergs, like just stacks of 1 and then I can fill there. So it's going to vary based on the situation. There's no always for me when I'm trading the market. There's no always. That's not the type of trader I am. I try to be dynamic. Do you ever hold trades overnight? All my LTP trades are held much longer than overnight. But yeah, when I was trading equities, often be a lot of times where I'm holding overnight if there's a certain move. Rarely am I holding futures positions overnight. Although my best futures trade of all time was an overnight multi-day hold on Bitcoin futures. Would you trade Asia and London if sleep wasn't an issue? If it sets up for something, sure. I'm not big on grindy, slow price action. I like movement and momentum. You're not going to get a ton of movement and momentum. This is a very grindy tape here, so that's not what I prefer to trade. But if there's, like, if we have an election or something like that, some type of overnight news, conflict, you can make an excuse that I'm going to trade it, you know? How much tax savings does a personal account give you? Quite a bit. I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. It's just entertainment. But you get taxed on the 60-40 rule, which is 60% of your gains are taxed as long-term gains. 40% are taxed as short-term gains. So effectively, you're paying about, again, just ballparking, don't attack me for this, but about 29% taxes. About, right? About. So it's definitely a lot better than what you're going to pay as being a 1099 contractor for prop firms. You're going to get paid quite a bit more, depending on where you live and all of that. But I'm in America, baby. So, what are your thoughts on trading MNQ versus NQ? I only trade MNQ because I'm scared of the NQ, but it ends up kicking my butt in fees. I mean, you will pay more fees when you're trading MNQ, but I'm assuming, are you trading on prop firms or are you trading on a regular personal account? Prop firms? You might be, it might not be the instrument, it might be your trading strategy. You might be a little bit too fickle in and out, you know what I mean? That could be an issue. It might be a little bit too fickle in and out. So it might be your trading strategy and not really, not exactly your instrument of choice. I'm long NQ, but it looks a bit messy right now. Might get out soon. Good luck to you. Most of my trades are under 2 minutes. Maybe, try not sizing so much. Like you might be like for instance, like you might be adding, I don't know your trading strategy, but if you're grinding up a lot of fees, then you might just be over trading when you don't need to, where you could be waiting for better entries, you know? We're betting this morning. We are now that you brought it up. Let's do this prediction. Let's do this. Let's do by 9 a.m. This will be fun. I'll give you 5 minutes here. Five minutes to put in your predictions. 5 minutes. Yeah, we are grinding higher here, slightly. See if I can fix something here. We'll end up doing that later. Actually, why not? See if that's any better. There we go. Sometimes I find it hard making larger sums, but when I overdid it with consistency by 300, I managed to then overdo it by 3,000. Couldn't make it up. That's funny. A lot of it is just in your head. That's the whole thing. A lot of it is just ends up being in our heads. That's really all it comes down to. Can you please suggest the best order flow tools? Depth of market, time and sales. The DOM and time and sales. We just broke through 900 here. So having a little bit of an exchange. Some stops are getting popped. Above 900 here. 15 minutes from the top of the hour. 5K points on the above. Good luck to you. A lot of people coming in with the aboves. A lot of people very juiced up on these aboves right now. We are seeing Tesla and Microsoft moving slightly here. Ever so slightly. It's my tool top left. That's Bookmap. Let me see if this works. Bookmap. Oops. See if this Nightbot thing works. I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Nightbot dropped a link for Bookmap if you care. Bookmap is my fave. Yeah, a lot of people really didn't know much about Bookmap. A lot of people are kind of not really using it properly, in my opinion, but do whatever works for you. Any free order flow tools on Ninja now? Not that I'm aware of. I don't really trade on Ninja, so. That logo on your YouTube stream is sick. Love it, man. Thank you. I'll let my designers know. Are you folks liking the new layout? Drop a W in chat if you like it. Drop an L in chat if you hate it. Curious. It's the temperature. Cool. We can keep it rolling then. I tried to do darker colors so it's not blasting your eyes too. Love to see how the different Bookmap traders utilize it in different ways. It's really fascinating to me, yeah. It's there's no one right way to trade. There's no one right way to do any of this. Remember that. No one right way to do anything when it comes to trading. So find what works for you and just keep on doing it. When you use Tradeovate, you use the desktop app or the desktop website. Tradeovate, I'm using the website for Tradeovate. For TradingView, I'm using the app, which is just, I think it's called the Webhook app. Custom emojis are fire. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Rips, do you have any tips for Bookmap settings? Turn off vertical smoothing and heat maps. That'll be a good start for you. Other than that, just mess with it, play with it. My settings are not the right settings to use. Like my bid bubbles are red, but then my ask DOM is red. And it makes sense in my mind, but it's just stupid. Like don't copy my setting. All right, don't. This is what my Bookmap looks like. You can see my asks are red and my bids are blue, but the bid bubbles are red and the asks are green. It's just, don't be me, dude. Don't do what I'm doing. It's ridiculous. Do you have a new layout look when you enter a trade? Not really. I don't know what I would do for that. Thank you, Ronnie, for the gifted. Juice got squeezed on the under. Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. It could go there. Do you guys still call it Bobby's room? Is it called Ivy's room? Ivy's room is at the Aria. Bobby's room is at Bellagio. But I think, well, Bobby's room is officially called the Legends room now, and Ivy's room is called Table 1, or they call it. I mean, it is called Table 1, I think, but they have the plaque says something different now. But it used to be Bobby's room and Ivy's room, two separate areas, Aria and Bellagio. Bobby's room came from Bobby Baldwin, who was the casino director for Bellagio. He's a legend. I've played with him. He's a legend, dude. We are grinding higher here. We are 5 points above 900. Continuing this slow grind. Billionaire? Hundreds of millions, maybe. Yeah, we're just continuing this grind right now. I have no interest in touching any of this. We're just literally locked in this grind here. zero interest in touching this right now. We rejected off the previous 4-hour mid and just launched from that that area down there. But when I say launch, we've just kind of bounced and grind. We went live right here on this little slight pullback, and then we've kind of continued up. So it would be absolutely perfect if you had the same layout in red and switch from green to red based on the realized P&L just for so I will definitely take that into consideration. I see you replace that area with live every day, Monday through Friday. Yeah. We moved the odds. A lot of late money went in. What was the, let me see what the predictions are here. Wow. 2 to 1 on the belows. Basically 2 to 1 either side. It's a pretty even split. There's a lot of channel points that were bet on the above or below by 9 a.m. Got less than 8 minutes now to pay these predictions. So, I mean, it's a tight race. I couldn't call it either way right now. What a stinky. That's funny. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We're just continuing this slow grind. Equities are really not showing us anything outside of Tesla. Tesla's popping up a little bit. Microsoft is curling up, but it's not super strong yet. Heck is the sunset thing looking thing on the left. Are you talking about Bookmap? This is the first time you've ever noticed Bookmap? I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Cumulative volume delta is pushing down. The price is still going up. Means there could be a passive buyer. Yeah, I mean, it depends on when you reset your CBD. Like I have a positive CBD right now. It's going down slightly, but not by much. It's like 100 contract differential from 10 minutes ago. What's my buys? I don't really have one right now because the market's not giving us enough information to form a bias. We're continuing this upward trajectory until we run into some type of seller. And then that can find us the next level of strength. Right now, the first level that we're watching for strength is right around 860. So about 40 handles below us. To think that the market couldn't drop 40 handles between now and the market open is kind of ridiculous. Could absolutely do that. Any news on the shutdown? Nothing that I'm seeing yet. No squawks, relatively quiet right now. I think most of the party is going to start after the market open here. You hope the government shuts down for a few days. You need some time off. Do you work for the government? Body massage? Do you actually work for the gov? Well, I am curious to see that the top of the hour, if we get any flows coming in here, if we're looking for a test back at this area, I think that's where it can get extra spicy. We have orders situated up at 9:30 and 9:31 right now. You can see them right here above my head. We're just continuing to grind higher here. By the way, there was an add-on, or I'm sorry, an update for the Bookmap data processing on Bookmap. So I know I've been complaining about Bookmap's data off the open. We'll see if that fixes things. We'll have to see. And by the way, if you want to stay alive on YouTube, all it costs you is yourself clicking the button. That's it. Just click that like button. Make sure you are subbed to the stream. Click that button. We'll stay live. 250 likes. That's all we need. That's it. That's it and that's all. Just need a little bit more than happy to click the button. Bookmap code is, oh, look at that. Little flushacito there. Let's see if there's any news. Weird exchange there. Little flush and then immediate pop. Nightbot dropped the code for you there, Zealous. Why am I looking at 860 for strength? I'm not. I'm just saying that that was the last area that we found bidders. So it'd be interesting to revisit that area and find out if we had anything. Right now, the overs are in shambles. My goodness, you see that? The over is suddenly worrying whether or not that 900 is going to hold for them. This is why I love the channel points gambles. Makes this so much more exciting when nothing's happening in the market. Hey, Shelly, you leaving us? Where are you going? Don't tell me you're leaving us. The unders are chanting, slam it harder. That's what it is. Trump just said he's doing 100% tariff on foreign-made movies. Oh, what a ledge. That's hilarious. God bless him. That's so good. He's really going to get the overs on this one. That's so funny. 100% tariff on foreign-made movies. That's hilarious, man. How do you tariff movies? Man, he might be in cahoots with the AMC apes. You never know. What does this mean for the price of AMC now? Oh, Lord. I gotta log back into Truth so I get these notifications. Bro, how am I supposed... I don't know my name or password. Come on. How am I supposed to know this, bro? Come on. Alright. I guess I'm not gonna log into that. Alright, looks like the unders are gonna get paid here. You got less than 2 minutes, Buckarooskies, until the unders get paid. Just watching today, had my trades this morning in the London session. Green for the day. I've just realized I've been trying to trade all day. My mental capital runs out and I make stupid mistakes. So much easier to stay on point for 2 hours rather than stay in the zone all day. Yeah, it's good to watch the markets all day to build some experience on watching MGI. That can be helpful. Remember, we do this on the open of the 9 a.m. candle. That is when we pay out the bets. The open of the 9 a.m. candle. So there could be a chance still for the overs that we have somehow the open candle prints 901s or even 90s or 900 spot 25. Rips 100 contracts, please. Even if I bought if I bought 100, I'm sure somebody would just slam it right in my face. Buy 100 and then some. I don't know. It's very thin still, but decent exchange. Uh-oh. The under's now sweating slightly here. As we are pulling up, we have less than a minute. The countdown is on here. I really do pick the best numbers for these prediction points. Spamming my prop account with orders to move the needle. Good luck with that. I don't know if that's going to work for you. Let's get real tight here on Bookmap. Let's see what it's going to be. What's it going to be here, champions? Less than 30 seconds for your prediction points. Everything is on the line here. We are 3 handles away from 900 and the market is slowly ticking. Oh my goodness. 900s, we find some defense here. What can we do at 900? Oh my God, they pulled it. Scaring the order book back down. Everything on the line at this moment for the channel point gamblers here with 5 seconds to go. Tapping into that 900 like it really wants it. Can it break over and through? Or is there too much defense? Oh my God, there's the open of the 9 a.m. candle. Let's see. It is really a photo finish here. I have to go to the game tape to really review what happened here. The open of the 9 a.m. candle, ladies and gentlemen, is $8.99 by a nose. $8.99 looks like the unders will take this one home. Ladies and gentlemen, the unders are the winners. Congratulations to you all. Absolutely legendary by the unders there. Absolutely legendary. Congratulations to the unders. Oh, man. Oh, man. Those dirty market makers and their tricks. What's up, National? Good morning. Got a big order there. Right at 900. Just below, slightly. That was a photo finish there. I really had to check the game tape to prove that the unders actually did take that one home. Unbelievable. What's up, Jay? Well, how are you? Incredible movement here in this market. Close of 8:59 was 900, but the open candle of 9 a.m. was $8.99 and a quarter. Unbelievable. Absolutely insane price action this morning. All 3 and 4 handles of movement here. Get me really bricked up. Might have made a print on TT. Not sure if it helped. Do you actually trade on TT, fat guy? I could probably assume that you do. Yeah. I've been asked many times now if I wanted to take the leap over there. Haven't done it yet. I just don't want to ruin what's working so well. I know it's expensive. Dude, it's like a thou wow a month. If you're trading size, it makes sense. If you're trading size, you can do a lot of things with TT that you can't do. You can iceberg with TT, which is lovely. You can do all the MBO order types. Not tasty trade. Yeah, especially 100% if you're using an algo. 100% if you're using an algo. You could be a really skilled Dom trader not using algo and still use TT though. Only if you're trading the curve and algos. Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument that you want to be all fancy pants. It works for CL so well, yeah. I mean, a lot of my buddies are doing that thing. Wow, back below here. So sweeping that liquidity of the Monday high. We talked about this earlier. That is kind of the watch point. What's going to happen up here? It's very important right now, showing an exchange of liquidity, popping and dropping. This is ridiculous. Movies made out of the United States are going to be getting 100% there. It's just so ridiculous. It's silly. All right, 26 and a half minutes till the market opens. Make sure we get those likes up here quickly now. Myself, still no trades. Nothing doing. Absolutely nothing on my docket this morning as far as trades go. This pullback is a lot more violent than I expected. I want to see what happens at these 90s here. So big exchange up higher. Likely see a visitation back down to 860 if we continue this trajectory to the downside. Stas says, happy smiley ribs, much more fun and chill than grumpy ribs. Good on that fancy bed. I'm telling you, that sleep score at 100, I never expected the day it would come, especially this early. It's truly incredible, isn't it? You think you're an idiot just clicking buttons 90% I'm on autopilot? Yeah, TT is an amazing tool. Our movie making industry has been stolen from the United States. Okay, order book just filling up here. Let's see how they feel about this this drop under 90s here. Still seeing some heavier sell side liquidity come through. If this pops up at 90, we are met with a bunch of overhead sellers. There might be a setup there to take. Possibly. Let's have a gander here. I ended up getting the Tempur-Pedic. I posted a couple times in here. A nice Tempur-Pedic AI sleep system thing. It's quite impressive. My sleep has tremendously improved since using it. Tremendously. Thoughts on bracket orders? I mean, they're fantastic if you utilize them, you know? Absolutely fantastic. If you utilize them well. Nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, he's tariffing any companies that don't make their furniture in the United States. Well, I guess that means it's bullish for Chrome Hearts, who of course makes all of their furniture here in Los Angeles. Well, here in the United States. A lot of squawks coming out here. Furniture tariffs now. You better look out. Furniture tariffs are in. Watch out, folks. This is tremendously awful for all of those furniture bulls that are out there. Could get extremely bad for you folks that are big furniture traders out there. You have the Tempur-Pedic with the adjustable bed box spring. It's amazing. Lovely. I love Tempur-Pedic. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Huge, huge fan. Makes you wonder if we are actually going to crack all the way down to 860 or not. You just never know with these wild markets here, folks. Anything can happen. Especially if we exchange back over the 90s here. I think we will be touching right back up. Was it ticker for coffee tables? I'm not really sure. I haven't checked lately. The CME rapidly is changing that ticker all the time. I think it's WOOD currently. Short IKEA. Okay, gotcha. NS is nice. That's hilarious. Right now, we are seeing Microsoft pull back ever so slightly. We're seeing Amazon also pulling back here. It'd be interesting to see if we can test lower at like 875 or 860 even. A break lower here makes a lot of sense, especially a break of 80s. We are still 22 minutes from the market opening here. Still some overhead supply coming in on the S&Ps. Keeping this market kind of in balance. A break below the volume shelf of 880 definitely invites an exchange towards that 60 level that we were talking about earlier, but there's a good chance we could just chop around until the market opens. You have a news feed on screen, or is that just a Squawk? I have both. Squawk and a text feed from multiple sources. So he said details to follow on the furniture tariffs. I just think it's funny. Furniture tariffs. That cracks me up. I don't know why. Just sounds funny. What did I miss? What happened overnight to make the market go straight up? Just grinding higher. Really just grinding higher and higher. You scalp 900 to 85. Beautiful trade there, guys. You love to see it. You love to see it. How was your weekend? Nice and relaxing, Spartan. Very, very relaxing. Dealing with a bout of bronchitis right now. Kind of back and forth with bronchitis. Not really sure what it wants to do. No idea. No idea where it came from, what it's doing with my body. Very annoying, though, I will say. Not fun. Extremely annoying. So Valley of Despair down there at 885. We are still testing the topping area of this volume shelf of the 90s. Microsoft still down, but we are seeing equities coming up out of that Valley of Despair. Apple coming up a little bit. Nvidia slightly popping. Google rolling up a little bit here. So that could be the biggest pullback we see until the open. Unless we start breaking below that 880 level. I think we visit 75 and 60. Going to be bad for the economy if unemployment rises and poor folks can't afford a new sofa. It's very true. They will have nowhere to sleep. That is a fact. Yeah, I just hope that I don't have to deal with this for much longer. It's what was making me feel very fatigued last week, so we'll see. Hopefully it's not that bad. FB Marketplace is still a thing. Is it really? Do people still sell things on Facebook Marketplace? Is that real? I was never a big Facebook person myself. Did I take the jab? No, of course not. Never once. He's going to hit NVIDIA for 15% a year, so about $1 billion a year, costs 18.6 billion a day to keep the lights on for the government per day. Just stupid. It's wild. You used to make about $2K a week off Marketplace. What did you sell? What were you selling on Facebook Marketplace? What was your thing? You bought your blow-up doll on Facebook Marketplace. Interesting. So again, we rejected those 90s coming down. If we test 80s and those fail, I think we slam straight to 75. I would think that would make the most sense in my brain, but we're just chopping sort of before the market opens here. Remember, if we get to 250 likes, 100% of the time we will be streaming the open. 100% of the time. Flip tools from wholesale, like pallets from digital. Well, that's cool. Not bad. 2K a week. Grinding. Love it. We are seeing some bullish activity from Google, Nvidia, and Apple right now. Still kind of chill though. I mean, just chopping around. Chopping. Sold a lot on there as well. Interesting. Trading course. Flip GTOs on Facebook Marketplace. There you go. Nice. That's fun. All right, get those likes up. Market is opening in about 17 minutes. Let's see if we can stay live on YouTube. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. That was quick. We're right back. What's up, El Tremendo? How are you, buddy? So we're just meandering betwixt, what is this, 83 and 93, basically. 10 handle range here. Why do you use the 50-minute time slice? Gives you a lot of good information. The open is going to be interesting around this area. So we're just doing that so we could pull this all in here on the stream. Is it me, or does the double bottom of the trend look like a good entry? It very well could be, but it just depends on what the order flow is going to do here out of this range. We're in that consolidation right now, so really looking for what's going to happen beyond that. There's a lot of squawks coming through right now. Oh, there's a report on CCL. I didn't know earnings were today. What do we have reporting this week? Weird. So Carnival Corporation's just reported everybody's going nuts for it. We get Nike on Tuesday. Nobody. So next week is probably going to be much more earnings centric. Yeah, the Wednesday top. There you go. Yeah, we're just chopping betwixt this range right now. 83 to 93. You have your 17 Pro set up as the Master Chief? No, I just have this one. Just that. Makes that sound too when you hold it up to a camera. It's weird. I think it's an exclusive feature for the Pro Max. Very strange that it does that, actually. Not really sure why. Hate when they chop betwixt. Me too. It just makes for a boring market. I'd love to do something too, but it's so boring. You got the silver one? Nice. It's weird they didn't make a black one this year. I don't really understand the thought behind that. Maybe because aluminum loves to scratch and scuff, and black would have looked very scuffy. That's probably what it was, to be honest, now that I think about it. So they wanted like light reflective colors that were different. I don't know. First timer greets from Germany. Wow. Guten Morgen to you, Max. Need to find a reasonably priced laptop to run a few monitors and trade from. My desktop died. What is reasonably priced in your world? That's different. That's a different thing for every single person out there. They wanted other people to know they have a 17. Gotcha. Ever see when a cruise ship dumps sewage, discussing like a ship taking a dump? No, I've never seen that, actually. I've never been on a cruise in my life, and I have zero plans to ever go on a cruise. That's just me. Just not a cruise fella. Should have been here when Ribs was getting laptops away. It's weird. That guy was my biggest fan when he was asking me for a laptop, but has since disappeared now that I told him I'm not giving him a free laptop. It's strange how that works, isn't it? It's almost as if he was trying to manipulate me. I don't want to go that far, though. He was probably a genuine person. He was probably super genuine, wasn't he? Let's be honest. I'm your biggest fan, Rips. I've been watching you for 16 years. Can I please have a laptop? Please, brother. I said brother. And they're gone now. So unfortunate that we lost such a big fan. It's funny, dude. People are funny. People are hilarious. What would drive somebody to be like that? How are the likes doing over on YouTube land right now? We are at 159. Well, sorry, folks. We're about 100 off. Got 10 minutes to the open. I'm going to continue streaming over here on Kick. Ripsmod is going to drop that link for you folks here on YouTube if you want to continue the party bus. We usually stream for like 3 more hours on Kick. We stream the open, we live trade together. Then when we get bored, we start gambling, which is always fun. All right, everybody on YouTube. I'll see you folks bright and early on YouTube tomorrow. Take care. It's been real. See